Hey guys, Matlock WK here. Today I want to show you guys something that's pretty cool. It's right now I'm going to start off with an application on your iPod, iPhone, and I believe it's also compatible with the iPad, but I'm not 100% on that one. Now this is for I'm using this on my iPod, but as you can see, this is the Dash action figure collector site. It's compatible with the site that is on your PC or Windows, whatever you use, or your Mac. If you can see here, it's a pretty cool site. Right here's the home page. You can go to your collection. Now, this is all what you can do either on the computer or on your iPod, on your iPhone, whatever. As you can see here, it shows off some of my different figures that I have. Let's go ahead and take a look at Marvel. Now it pops up with different Marvel Select, Marvel Legends, or Hulk. Now Marvel Selects, I've gone through the database and clicked on the ones I have. You know, I have all these figures in here. So it's pretty cool. It's just kind of a way to keep track of your collection, which is one aspect of the site. The site's really nice. It has a lot of different uses and stuff for it. Let me get back. The collection, of course, which was the first tab that I clicked on, is like I said, the where you can go through and kind of make a, just your collection, your checklist or whatever of figures that you have. Now these are just some of the different lines that I've gone through and clicked. I have figures from the Centurions, Bucky O'Hare, Futurama, and just some different lines that I've gone through and done. Now this definitely is not my whole collection. It's only 290 figures. I have tons of figures. Now, as far as the app goes, here's another thing, which is the wanted list. You can search through the database and click on figures you don't have. You can make them as wanted. These are all figures that I need to pick up. Very cool. So if you're out shopping, you're at the flea market, you can search your wanted list. You can go through and add ones to your collection. And here is the database that I was talking about. If you want to search for something particular, you can go through and just type in Hulk, for instance. Give it a minute. It's on my Wi-Fi network since I am on my iPod. The iPhone, if you're using it, it will probably run faster. Since I typed in Hulk, it's going to bring up everything Hulk Hogan and Hulk. But I suppose if I would have typed in Incredible Hulk, it might have brought up different. Very cool. You've got all the different stuff. Since it was just kind of a broad thing, typing in Hulk, you're going to bring up, you got the little superhero squad figures. It's going to bring up the movie figures, the Marvel Legends, the Hulk Classics. It's bringing up everything to do with Hulk. So, very cool. And there's a huge database. It has so many figures that you can search for and search through, which is pretty cool. Also on the app, there's a pretty cool news section, which is pretty neat. They have just some different updates and stuff. Not necessarily just on action figures, but some comic book stuff, some different, just kind of random cool stuff on there, which is pretty neat. Now there's a help and about section. Now, if I was going to go back to the search page, I was searching for Hulk figures. Say you pick up that Absorbing Man and you want to add him to your collection. You can click on him. Very cool. If you want to find more about him, it shows what series he's from. He's from the Hulk Classic Series 2. Made by Toy Biz in 2004 as a 6-inch figure. It does show a lot of values. Now, a lot of the values might be off, but there's a lot that are pretty accurate. And considering the size of the database, it's pretty good. Now, if there's something you find that's off, it doesn't hurt to send these guys a message and say, hey, I think the package value or the loose value is a little off, on a certain figure or whatever. And I'm sure they'd have no problem, looking into that and changing it, because they're definitely a bunch of cool guys and they take feedback pretty well. So, you see if it's in your wanted list. And one thing that I hadn't mentioned yet, there's a marketplace on this website, which is really cool because it kind of, it's just like a central hub for all things action figures. You have your checklist showing off figures that you have in your collection. You have your wanted list, which is figures that you want to pick up. You have the marketplace, which is a place to buy the figures. You can list and sell figures on here, and it goes through PayPal and everything. I think I've bought 2 figures off the site and had absolutely no problems with it whatsoever. The figures came fast. It's got a nice feedback system just like eBay would be. And it's just pretty cool just to have, your whole everything there. You have a wanted list. If this figure was in my wanted list and one popped up in the marketplace, somebody wanted to sell it, it would send me an email saying that there's one available. You get an update every week of figures available from your wanted lists and your wanted list. Now if you click on the plus sign here at the bottom, it shows you can either add to your collection if you've picked it up, or you can add to your wanted list as a figure that you would like to buy. Now it still shows not in your wanted list right there, but and also if you click on the picture thing, it'll bring up some photos of the figure. Sometimes there'll be more. There'll be in-package photos and front and back and everything, which is pretty neat. But now, if you go back to the home page, shows the last time I updated was a few days ago. So now I'm going to sync it, and anything I've updated, which I just updated the Absorbing Man into my wanted list, it's going to connect that to the site and connect it to your iPod and everything. So if you get on the computer and you add a bunch of stuff and you get on your iPod or your iPhone and it's not connected up, you're like, oh, why isn't this in my wanted list? You got to sync it. So it takes a minute because I said, I'm on my iPod, it uses my Wi-Fi network in my house, and it takes a little while, but like I said, I think the iPhone works a little faster. Okay, there we go. Now it's updated with today's date. Now if I go to my wanted list, you can see Absorbing Man's right there in the wanted list. So, that's easy as that, just to add it. You can go through and add 100 figures to your wanted list and then go sync it up. You don't have to sync it every time you want to do that. But, so many good things on the app. To have this, in your pocket when you go to the store and you're like, ooh, I see a figure I want to buy, I don't have the money, throw it on your wanted list and you can, remember to pick it up sometime or whatever. It's great for gift lists. My birthday's coming up next month, and I'm just going to show my wife I have my wanted list. Here's a bunch of figures that I'm probably not going to pick up anytime soon, and I want them, so I can get some stuff for my birthday maybe. So it's just a really handy app to have. It does cost $9.99, just kind of expensive, and I was kind of weary about it at first because if you're going to spend $10, you're like, hey, is this worth it? Like any app in the iTunes store or whatever, they do have feedback, and some of it's kind of iffy. You're like, is this legit feedback? Is it not? Because there was a lot of 5-star feedback, but then there was a couple 1-2-star feedbacks. But I think overall this is a really killer app, great to have, and it works great with the site. The fact that you can do stuff on your PC. And then, do stuff on your iPod and it all syncs together, I think is really cool. Now, one thing that I don't have, since this is an older iPod, I don't have a camera on it, so I can't use the photo part of it, but there is apparently you can, if you have either the iPhone or the newer iPods, I believe, have the cameras, you can take a picture of an action figure and add it to your collection. Now, one thing is there is a few figures, if you can see, back to the search list, this is part of the database when I was searching Hulks. Now some of these figures don't have pictures. If you can see, it just says no thumbnail, has the generic picture there. There is one thing really cool about this site is it's really open as the community to help build the site. They don't have pictures for every single figure. If you have a figure, you can take a picture of that figure and upload it to that, just to help build the site and give everybody a better view, which I think is pretty cool. Now, when searching for this, if you can see on the first appearance Hulk, it's got a couple emblems down there. Oops, I clicked on the wrong one. It's got the $, which actually means that it's in the marketplace. There's a first appearance of Greyhulk in the marketplace for sale. And just click on there. Yeah, see, in the marketplace there is one in the marketplace. So that's pretty cool. And this one actually has some different pictures, as you can see. It's got the front view, the back view, and the in-package view, which is pretty cool, and you can enlarge those too. There's the back view of the figure. So that's really neat, you know, that it's just got a full database of everything. And one kind of cool thing on the website is you can actually add your reviews. For all you YouTube reviewers, you make a review of the first appearance Greyhulk, you can get on the computer, you can add that to the video. And it's all set up really nice. So if someone's wanting to buy the first appearance Greyhulk, they go on the internet, they click on the first Greyhulk, or first appearance Greyhulk, and you know, there'll be all this information, all this great information, pictures that people have added of the figure, so you can see everything there is to do with the figure. You can add a YouTube review to the figure, so somebody can watch your YouTube review on it before they buy it. So there's one in the marketplace, and they can buy it. So that's just really cool. It's just you know, there's just every element to this website that's just, you know, adding on to it and really cool. And they're constantly updating the site as well. They're adding so many new cool aspects to the site. They seem like collectors themselves. They're not just some big business, you know. So they're really into it just to help collectors and help themselves and just really build a cool site for everybody to go to. You know, there's a lot of cool things on this app, and I definitely recommend it. For the $9.99, it was a great price for it. A lot of cool stuff. I will mention, I'll get in more to the site here in just a minute. I'm gonna, you know, crank up the PC and we'll check that site out on the internet, because it's a little bit different. But as far as the app, it's $9.99, but there is a for $25 a year a subscription for the website, which it is a free website. Don't get me wrong, but there is a membership if you want to become a member. Which you get a few extra things, and I'll go into that more in detail here in just a minute. But there's a limited time where you get the free iPod app, so you can actually get this app for free if you pay for the membership on the website, which is pretty cool. But anyways, let's just take a short break. I'm gonna get on the computer, we'll go to the website, and we'll check out what all you can do from there. So hold tight.